Welcome to the AC 24/7 Top Story Countdown. We'll guide you through the biggest news of the day. Our focus, advocating our rights, advocating health, and advocating Earth. Here's our pick for number 4.
Minnesota once again mired with unhealthy air qualities.
I don't like being around real thick smoke. This is pretty thick.
Minnesota is among the states in the upper Midwest that's once again blanketed with smoke from Canadian wildfires. The southern and central part of the state are under an air quality alert until Friday morning. While some people can take the smoky skies in stride,
it seems like it's higher aloft than it is down, so it doesn't seem to be affecting me.
Others are limiting their time outdoors.
30 minutes maybe. Go out, look at the river, look at everything around, go home.
Meanwhile, in the south,
you had to get down in the floor. The trailer started wobbling real bad, so we all just had to hunker down and try to just ride it out. That's the only thing we know what to do.
severe thunderstorms with hail, rain, and heavy winds are moving through much of the southeastern United States. Forecasters say 45 million people from Texas to Georgia are facing severe weather. And some areas, including Holmes County, Mississippi, are already dealing with damage.
It's horrible. It was like nothing I've ever seen before, not personally seen before.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
TheAdvocateChannel.com looks at the world through the lens of equality and inclusion. Subscribe, like, and share now. AC 24/7's Top Story Countdown continues with our producer's pick for number 3.
A Special Forces night operation. The objective? To bring a special kind of misery to Russian troops. As they arrived alongside Ukrainian regulars, the Russians attacked. A night vision recording of a routine assault that the Special Forces needed to shrug off.
How long did you spend under fire like this before you could move?
Так как продолжалось порядка получаса.
And then what did you do?
После этого мы заняли наблюдательную позицию и наблюдали, готовились к работе.
Electronic surveillance pinpointed their victims. First, they killed 2 paratroopers approaching on their left flank to get to the group's main targets, Russian commanders near Bakhmut. A sterile record of an all-too-gritty event in March. First, one officer is shot. Then another, down. He says radio intercepts revealed that the Russians lost 2 officers and 5 others to their sniper team that night.
Результатом наших действий стала деморализация российского подразделения воздушно-десантных войск, ввиду чего лишение ихнего основного руководителя.
Formed when Russia invaded Ukraine last year, this team of experienced veterans works in a secret realm under the intelligence services. They're tasked with tactical work seeking strategic effect as Ukraine's counter-offensive takes shape. Here, using a modified heavy machine gun in a hidden bunker last month close to Bakhmut. Drone operators more than a mile away are directing Brabus onto Russian troops.
How many Russians have you killed in this war?
A lot of. A lot of. For example, here's a lot of Russians.
This is when you're on with this gun?
Yes.
How many more or less there?
Oh, I don't know. We didn't calculate, understand.
It's the Russians they want to do the counting, because Ukraine's best hope is that Russian troops run rather than fight.
Like the Advocate channel on Facebook for the best way to get updates on stories that advocate for equality, justice, our rights, and more. AC 24/7 continues with today's top 2 pick.
Still unwavering, he remained by Donald Trump's side when the former president stopped at Miami's popular Versailles restaurant after they appeared in court. A Trump advisor tells CNN Trump's co-defendant and body man Walt Nauta will continue to travel and work side by side with Trump, even though they're both facing multiple serious charges in the Mar-a-Lago documents investigation. The judge ordered the 2 men not to talk about the case.
Donald Trump is keeping Nauta close to him so he can maintain his influence.
Walt Nauta faces 6 counts, including some related to obstruction and concealment of the documents. Prosecutors say he lied to investigators about the location of documents at Mar-a-Lago. Michael Cohen, Trump's former lawyer and fixer, who pleaded guilty and served jail time in relation to the Stormy Daniels hush money case, has a warning for Nauta.
Run, Walt, run. All right? Donald will throw you under the bus as fast as he threw me under the bus. He doesn't care about anyone or anything.
And that's the key question. Will Nauta flip on Trump and cooperate with prosecutors in exchange for leniency? Analysts are split on the odds of Nauta cutting a deal.
If I was his attorney, I would see if I could cooperate, but not have to plead guilty or get any jail time as a result.
But others point out that the 40-year-old former Navy enlisted man who served Trump in the White House mess hall, then as his White House valet, has so far demonstrated nothing but unflagging loyalty to the former president.
I think the die has been cast. He's clearly made a decision that he is not going to flip on the president. He's lied for the guy, at least according to what the allegations are. He's lied for the president, and so I see him sticking it out until the very end.
But would Donald Trump be as loyal in return?
I think there's little doubt that Donald Trump has disdain for most of the people who work for him. They understood that there was one top dog and no one else really held any status at all. Every person was expendable.
If Walt Nauta were to flip on Trump, how valuable could he be to the prosecution?
It could be incredibly valuable. I mean, he's going to talk about all the conversations that he had with President Trump about these documents. If he made admissions to Mr. Nauta, I know I'm not supposed to have these, or what are we going to do with these, or I have this stuff, I'm really not supposed to have it, but I'm not giving it to them because, screw them.
If convicted on all or some of these charges, Walt Nauta faces significant prison time. His attorney has declined to comment to CNN about this case.
Follow the Advocate channel on Twitter and Instagram to stay updated on stories that matter every day. Here's our #1 story of the day. Take a look.
Olympic athlete Tori Bowie, determined, strong.
My name is Tori Bowie. I come here to represent Team USA in the 100, the 200, and the 4x1 relay.
A gold medal winner who died last month when 8 months pregnant. Her autopsy released Tuesday, showing evidence that she was in labor. Her death, the result of complications of childbirth, with possible complications including respiratory distress and eclampsia. The autopsy also showed that Bowie, who is 5'9", weighed just 96 pounds. Eclampsia can come on suddenly. It's one of many deadly pregnancy complications, and maternal mortality rates in the U.S., higher than in any other developed country, are on the rise, nearly doubling between 2018 and 2021.
Being the wealthiest country in the world, we really need to reassess our priorities and prioritize maternal health.
And the maternal death rate for Black women is more than 2.5 times higher than for white women. Several high-profile Black women suffering life-threatening complications. Allison Felix, Bowie's teammate, suffered from preeclampsia, and tennis champion Serena Williams had a pulmonary embolism.
Addressing racism in medicine and society, which does impact our healthcare and the delivery specifically to Black women, is something that we need to prioritize.
CNN's Laura Coates almost died in childbirth from hemorrhaging.
The idea of being my own champion was always on my mind because I was hearing the stories about the bedside manner of some doctors or not taking the pain that a Black woman feels very seriously.
As the public health system struggles to bring down maternal mortality rates, mourning for a lost champion.
Thanks for watching the Advocate channel's top stories. We're on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Follow, like, and share, or check out advocatechannel.com for even more stories that advocate for you.